Hello, this is Jace Fugate with the Introduction to the Go Program Language courses. So today we're going to go over a little bit about the math operations that you can do in Go. So let's jump into our Go path, open up the source directory. Let's create a new folder and let's call it, I don't know, math stuff. It's a great name. So let's open that up and make a new folder called main.go as we have in the past. Again, this is our entry point to our program. So package main, let's create our main function, funcspace main parentheses brackets. So let's create two variables, something that's really nice with Go. You'll see this in a lot of other programming languages. The one that comes top to my mind is Python. But you can declare two variables at one time. So we just declared two variables, A and B. A is 4, B is 5. You see here it's a little mad at me because I'm not currently using it and I saved it. So it thinks that I should be done, ready to build. I'm not. Let's create another variable. We're going to do just a little bit of arithmetic here. So you can use parentheses, so A plus B. You can use a quotient or a multiplication. Do another parenthesis here, A plus B, and then you can divide. I'll format it for me again. It's saying that, hey, I'm not using the res1 variable. You could make this a negative sign if you wanted. One thing that's also cool in Go, you can use the plus plus operator. So that will just take whatever number you have. Currently A equals 4. You do plus plus on it, it'll increment it. You can also use minus minus, that will decrement. So we can keep that there. You also have like a plus equals, so let's take B. Let's take it and add whatever it is plus 1. So B plus equals 1. This is the same as doing this right here. It's just a shorthand so that you don't have to type B twice. Again, you can use the minus sign version if you wanted. Let's make a new variable here. It's called res2. We can do bitwise operations. So this is an XOR. You normally think of that as doing a exponent. It is not exponents in Go. So that will XOR A to B, A and B. Let's create R. So we'll make a float here. And there is a library that is very useful. It has a lot of math things. It's called math. Math.py. Of course, 3.141, whatever it is. I actually don't know past the second decimal. There we go. Again, it's mad at me because I'm not using these variables yet. So let's go ahead and let's print these out and see what we get. And let's use also a new verb, format verb as it's called. Let's use %v. This will just format to the best of its ability. It'll take whatever you give it, doesn't matter the type, and it will just try to format in a way that it thinks it will be useful for you to use or to read. So let's type in res1, res2, res3. There we go, now it's happening. And also it did the automatic import. As you notice up here, we're importing two packages, the fumpt package and the math package. And it does a different syntax than what we have seen before. It uses the parenthesis and then it puts in each package with a new line at the end. Let's cd into our new directory and let's run this and see what we get. There we go. In fact, let me stick a new line on the end of this. It'll make it a little more legible because it won't slam my prompt there at the end. So here we go. response 1 or res 1 is 40, res 2 is 11, and then res 3 is 38.84, or I'm dyslexic apparently, 4845100, blah, 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 blah. So there you have it. You can do math with integers. You can do the increment and the decrement. You can do a combined increment or decrement if you make this a negative. You can also do bitwise operations. You can do math with floats as well. One thing to note, if you try to do math between like a float and an int, they're different types. You have to keep in mind that you want to be doing math with similar types. So again, check your course material, play around with this, see what you can do. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you again.